In the far south of the Japanese archipelago, stretching across 1,000 kilometers of the East China Sea, lies a chain of islands that exists in a world of its own. This is a place where the ocean is not merely a boundary, but the very heart of existence, where the rhythm of life is dictated not by the clock, but by the tide, the wind, and the sun. This is Okinawa, a subtropical paradise of more than 160 islands scattered like emeralds on a sapphire cloth, forming the nation's southernmost prefecture. From above, they appear as fragments of a forgotten continent, fringed with coral gardens and washed by the warm, life-giving Kuroshio current. The air here is different, soft, humid, and scented with salt, and the sweet fragrance of tropical flowers like hibiscus and plumeria. The light has a unique clarity, a soft, diffused quality that makes the blues of the ocean and the greens of the land intensely vibrant. This is a land far removed, both geographically and culturally, from the bustling, high-tech metropolises of mainland Japan. It is a place with its own history, its own language, its own soul. This is a story not of isolation, but of a profound and enduring connection to the sea that nourishes, to the culture that defines, and to the resilient, warm-hearted people who call this unique corner of the world home. This is the story of life in Okinawa. Life in Okinawa is fundamentally shaped by its subtropical environment and its profound, inescapable connection to the sea. The islands are a world away from the concrete canyons and frenetic pace of Tokyo or Osaka. Here, a slower, more deliberate rhythm prevails, one that is deeply attuned to the natural world. The atmosphere is relaxed, informal, and infused with a sense of peacefulness that the locals call Uchina Taimu, or Okinawa time. It is not a sign of laziness, but a different philosophy of time itself, an unhurried approach to life, where schedules are seen as flexible guides rather than rigid commands, and where taking a moment for human connection is prioritized over strict deadlines. It is the patience to wait for a sudden rain shower to pass, the sky turning from brilliant blue to a dramatic gray and back again in a matter of minutes. It is the willingness to pause a task to share a cup of sanpin cha, a local jasmine tea, with a neighbor who stops by. The islands themselves are a tapestry of ancient coral reefs, dense subtropical forests known as yanbaru, and dramatic limestone cliffs like those at Cape Manzamo, carved by millennia of wind and waves. The climate is warm year-round, with hot, humid summers where the sound of cicadas is a constant chorus, and mild, pleasant winters that rarely require more than a light jacket. This constant warmth fosters a vibrant ecosystem, both on land and in the sea. The turquoise waters surrounding the islands are home to some of the world's most spectacular coral reefs, particularly around the Karama and Yaeyama island groups, making Okinawa a global destination for marine biologists and divers. This natural abundance is not just a scenic backdrop, it is the foundation of the Okinawan way of life, influencing everything from its food and economy to its spiritual beliefs and the very character of its people. The day in Okinawa often begins with the sea. In the countless small fishing villages that cling to the coastlines, the morning routine is a ritual that has remained unchanged for generations. Before the sun is fully risen, small fishing boats, known as sabani, return to shore, their hulls filled with the ocean's bounty. The local markets, or machigwa, are the vibrant heartbeats of the community. Here, the air is filled with the lively sounds of commerce and conversation, a stark contrast to the quiet formality of mainland Japan. It is a place where relationships are as important as transactions. Shopkeepers, often elderly women with warm, weathered faces, know their customers by name, asking after their families and sharing local news as they weigh out fresh vegetables or slice a piece of tuna. They offer advice on how to best prepare a particular type of seaweed or which cut of pork is ideal for a slow-cooked stew. Life is lived at a human scale. In the neighborhoods, low stone walls called guku, built from coral limestone, demarcate homes but do not obstruct views or conversations. Doors are often left open, and children play freely in the quiet lanes, their laughter echoing between the houses. There is a powerful sense of community, or yuimaru, which translates to a spirit of mutual help and cooperation. This is not just an abstract ideal. It is a practical, daily reality. It is the neighbor who shares a surplus of mangoes from their garden, the group of men who come together to repair a roof after a typhoon, or the entire village that collaborates for weeks to prepare for an annual festival. The elderly are deeply respected pillars of this social fabric, seen not as dependents, but as active contributors and keepers of wisdom. They tend to gardens, watch over the neighborhood children, and pass down the oral histories and traditional skills that form the bedrock of the culture. This deep-seated communitarianism is a legacy of the island's past, a necessary adaptation to the challenges of living in a remote and sometimes harsh environment. Even in Naha, Okinawa's largest city and prefectural capital, life retains a more relaxed, village-like feel compared to its mainland counterparts. The pace is slower, the interactions warmer, and the connection to community remains a central pillar of daily existence. To understand Okinawa, one must look to its unique and proud history. For centuries, these islands were not part of Japan, but were an independent nation known as the Ryukyu Kingdom. With its strategic location at the crossroads of maritime trade routes, the kingdom became a prosperous and cosmopolitan hub, connecting imperial China, feudal Japan, Southeast Asia, and Korea. This history of diplomacy and trade rather than conflict has endowed Okinawa with a rich and distinct cultural identity that sets it apart from the rest of Japan. The heart of this identity is the spirit of uchinanchu, a term Okinawans use to describe themselves, meaning sea people or people of the rope, a reference to their seafaring heritage. The legacy of the Ryukyu Kingdom is visible everywhere. The magnificent Shuri Castle in Naha, the former royal palace, is a powerful symbol of this independent past. Its architecture, a beautiful and harmonious fusion of Japanese and Chinese influences, a testament to the kingdom's diplomatic skill. Ryukyuan culture is a living tradition, expressed through its vibrant arts. Traditional Bingata textiles are known for their brilliant colors and intricate stencil-dyed patterns depicting the island's natural beauty, waves, flowers, and birds in stunning detail. The sound of the sanshin, a three-stringed instrument covered in the snakeskin, is the soulful soundtrack of Okinawa. Its gentle, melancholic melodies accompany folk songs that tell stories of love, loss, the beauty of the islands, and the sorrows of history. Colorful festivals, or matsuri, fill the calendar, from the thunderous drumming and dragon boat races of the Nahahari Festival to the island-wide Aisa dances during the Obon season. During Aisa, troops of young people, dressed in traditional costumes, parade through their villages, dancing energetically to the powerful beat of large odaiko drums in a vibrant, rhythmic celebration of their ancestors and their cultural heritage. This deep pride in their Ryukyuan roots is a cornerstone of the Okinawan identity. The indigenous Okinawan language, or Uchina-guchi, though no longer widely spoken in daily life, is undergoing a revival, with preservation societies and cultural leaders working to ensure that this vital part of their heritage is not lost. The Okinawan economy is a complex blend of the traditional and the modern. For centuries, life was sustained by the sea and the land. Fishing remains a vital industry, with coastal communities depending on the rich marine resources of the surrounding waters. Tuna, bonito, and a variety of reef fish are staples of the local diet and economy. Agriculture also plays a crucial role. The subtropical climate is ideal for growing sugarcane, which covers vast swathes of the landscape and is processed into the famous Okinawan brown sugar, or kokuto. The islands also produce tropical fruits like pineapples, mangoes, and the tart, citrus like shikuwasa, as well as unique vegetables like the purple sweet potato or beni imo. Small family-run farms and businesses are the backbone of many local economies, preserving a way of life that is deeply connected to the land. In the modern era, tourism has become the dominant economic driver. Millions of visitors are drawn each year to Okinawa's pristine beaches, world-class diving spots like those in the Kurama Islands, and unique cultural attractions such as the Okinawa Churaumi Aquarium, one of the largest in the world. This influx has brought prosperity and development, but also significant challenges, creating a delicate balancing act between economic growth and the preservation of the natural environment and local culture. A significant and often complex factor in the Okinawan economy is the presence of United States military bases, which have been a fixture on the islands since the end of the Second World War. While they provide jobs for thousands of local residents and contribute to the local economy, their extensive presence on limited land is also a source of ongoing social and political debate, adding another layer to the unique and multifaceted identity of modern Okinawa. Okinawan cuisine is a direct reflection of its history and its environment, wholesome, flavorful, and deeply nourishing. It is famously associated with the longevity of its people and is built on a foundation of fresh, locally sourced ingredients. The diet is rich in vegetables, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates, with a philosophy of nuchi gusui, meaning medicine for life, which holds that food should be both delicious and healing. One of the most iconic dishes is Goya shampuru, a stir-fry made with the bitter melon. Goya, along with island tofu, egg, and pork. The bitter flavor is an acquired taste, but it is beloved by locals for its health benefits. Pork is a cornerstone of the cuisine, with a saying that Okinawans use every part of the pig except its oink. Dishes like rafute, slow-braised pork belly, are tender, savory, and melt in the mouth. Okinawa soba is another beloved staple, though it is quite different from soba on the mainland. It features thick, chewy, wheat-based noodles in a rich, savory broth, typically topped with slices of stewed pork, pickled ginger, and green onions. The sea, of course, provides an abundance of fresh seafood, including umabudo, or sea grapes, a type of seaweed that pops in the mouth with a fresh, salty flavor. Another local delicacy is jimami tofu, a creamy, savory pudding made from peanuts. The food culture is also guided by the principle of hara hachi bu, a Confucian teaching that advises eating only until you are 80% full. This practice of moderation is believed to contribute to the islanders' health and longevity. Home cooking is the heart of the food culture. Recipes are passed down through generations, and a shared meal is a central part of family life. Small, unassuming local restaurants, or shakudo, are found in every town, serving simple, delicious, and affordable meals that offer an authentic taste of the island's culinary soul. Life in Okinawa is lived in and on the water. The ocean is not just a resource, it is a playground, a sanctuary, and a constant, awe-inspiring presence. The islands are blessed with some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, from the idyllic shores of Miyako Island to the star-shaped sands of Takatomi Island, where tiny, star-like exoskeletons of marine protozoa make up the beach. For Okinawans, the beach is an extension of their backyard, a place for family gatherings, barbecues, and quiet contemplation. The culture of diving and snorkeling is deeply ingrained. The coral reefs are a source of national pride, a fragile, underwater world of breathtaking beauty. Exploring these rainforests of the sea is a common pastime for locals and a major draw for visitors. The waters are home to an incredible diversity of marine life, from tiny, colorful nudibranchs to majestic manta rays and migrating humpback whales. The lush subtropical forests, or yanbaru in the northern part of Okinawa's main island, offer a different kind of natural escape. These dense green wildernesses are home to unique and endemic species of flora and fauna, including the flightless Okinawa rail. Hiking through these ancient forests, with their hidden waterfalls and diverse wildlife, offers a profound connection to the land. This outdoor lifestyle, shaped by the constant presence of the ocean and the wild beauty of the landscape, fosters a deep appreciation for nature and a strong sense of environmental stewardship among the islanders. This connection is also spiritual, with sacred groves, or utaki, scattered across the islands, places of quiet worship in the indigenous Ryukyuan religion. For all its remoteness, Okinawa is a modern and well-connected society. A network of well-maintained roads and expressways makes travel around the main island efficient. Picturesque coastal roads wind their way around the smaller islands, offering stunning views at every turn. To navigate the archipelago, an extensive network of ferries and high-speed boats is essential, serving as the lifeline that connects the islands to each other. These journeys are a part of daily life, a beautiful and constant reminder of the maritime nature of this island nation. The experience of an inter-island ferry ride is central to the Okinawan experience. The feel of the sea spray, the sight of flying fish skipping across the waves, and the gradual appearance of a new island on the horizon. Small airports on islands like Ishigaki, Miyako, and the remote Yonaguni connect the far-flung parts of the archipelago to the main island and to mainland Japan. The towns are a blend of the traditional and the contemporary. In villages, you will find traditional Okinawan homes with their iconic red-tiled roofs, protective Shisa lion dog statues, and surrounding stone walls, or guku. These are designed to withstand the fierce winds of typhoons. Alongside these historic structures are modern concrete buildings, shops, and government offices. This architectural mix reflects the broader reality of Okinawan life, a society that honors its past while embracing the conveniences and necessities of the modern world, creating a unique landscape where a modern monorail in Naha coexists with the timeless, sandy lanes of Takatomi, where water buffalo carts are still a primary mode of transport. For the young people of Okinawa, life is a unique balance between the deep-rooted traditions of their island home and the powerful pull of the modern, globalized world. The education system is excellent, with local schools and universities providing a strong foundation. The curriculum often includes elements of local culture, such as lessons in playing the sanshin or performing the Asa dance, ensuring that the heritage is passed down. However, for specialized higher education or certain career opportunities, many young Okinawans choose to move to mainland Japan. Cities like Tokyo and Osaka offer a world of experiences and possibilities that are not available on the islands. This move to the mainland is a common rite of passage. It is a chance to experience life in a fast-paced, anonymous metropolis, a world away from the close-knit communities of home. Yet, the connection to Okinawa, to Uchinanchu identity, remains incredibly strong. Many young people feel a powerful desire to return to the islands after their studies or after gaining work experience. They are drawn back by the desire to be close to family, to raise their own children in a safe and natural environment, and to contribute to their home communities. They bring back new skills, ideas, and perspectives, contributing to the dynamic evolution of Okinawan society, opening innovative businesses like farm-to-table cafes or modern design studios that incorporate traditional motifs. The challenge for Okinawa is to create enough diverse opportunities to encourage its talented young people to stay or to return. It is a continuous effort to foster innovation and economic growth while preserving the unique cultural heritage and peaceful quality of life that makes the islands so special. The rhythm of day and night in Okinawa is a study in contrasts, dictated by the sun and the sea. The daytime is filled with light, energy, and activity. The beaches are alive with the sounds of laughter and splashing waves. The markets are bustling with shoppers, and the harbors are a hive of activity as fishing boats and tourist ferries come and go. The energy is outward focused, a celebration of the sun, the sea, and the vibrant outdoor life that the islands offer. As the sun sets, painting the sky in brilliant hues of orange and pink, a profound sense of calm descends. The evenings are quiet and inwardly focused. Life revolves around the home and the neighborhood. Families gather for dinner, sharing stories of their day. The sound of a lone sanshin might drift through the warm night air from a local izakaya or pub, where friends gather over food and drink. The neighborhoods become still, the silence broken only by the chirping of geckos and the distant murmur of the waves. On the more remote islands, far from the city lights, the night sky reveals a breathtaking canopy of stars, a humbling reminder of the island's place in the vastness of the universe. This nightly quiet is a cherished part of the island lifestyle, a time for rest, reflection, and the gentle restoration of community bonds, preparing for the new day to come. Life in this island paradise is not without its significant challenges. The very geography that gives Okinawa its beauty also brings formidable difficulties. The islands lie in Typhoon Alley, and residents have learned to live with the threat of these powerful storms, building resilient homes and communities that can withstand the onslaught. The sense of isolation, while peaceful, can also be a practical challenge. The cost of living can be high, as many goods must be imported from the mainland. Economic opportunities, particularly outside of the tourism sector, can be limited, especially on the smaller, more remote islands, leading to a gradual depopulation in some areas. There is also the constant environmental pressure that comes with being a popular tourist destination. Protecting the fragile coral reefs from the devastating effects of climate change-induced bleaching and preserving the pristine natural landscapes from overdevelopment are ongoing battles. The community grapples with how to sustain their economy without sacrificing the very beauty that attracts visitors in the first place. It is a delicate balance, one that requires thoughtful planning and a collective commitment to sustainability. These challenges forge a sense of resilience and pragmatism in the Okinawan character, a quiet strength born from living in harmony with the formidable power of nature. So, why do people choose to stay? In a world that offers endless possibilities, what is the powerful force that anchors people to these remote southern islands? The answers are found not in grand monuments, but in the simple, profound truths of daily life. They stay for the unbreakable bonds of family and community, for the feeling of belonging to a place where people are connected by more than just proximity. They stay for the unparalleled safety, for the freedom to raise their children in a place where the entire community looks out for them. They stay for the peace, for the quiet rhythm of life that allows for a deeper connection to oneself and to the world. In an age of constant noise and distraction, Okinawa offers a rare and precious tranquility. They stay for the culture, for the pride in their unique Ryukyuan heritage and the desire to pass it on to the next generation. They stay for the deep connection to their ancestors, for the feeling of living on the same land and sailing the same seas. And above all, they stay for the ocean, for the deep, spiritual connection to the sea that has sustained and inspired their ancestors for centuries. It is a connection that runs as deep as the coral reefs, a sense of home that is carried on the warm, salt-laden wind. It is the feeling of having roots that are intertwined with the very fabric of the islands themselves. Life in Okinawa exists in a beautifully negotiated balance between a proud, ancient past and a dynamic modern future, between the untamed power of the ocean and the gentle warmth of its community, between a cherished isolation and a welcoming spirit. This is a place shaped by the trade winds, by the legacy of a seafaring kingdom, and by a quiet, enduring resilience. Here, life is measured not in minutes and hours, but in the steady rhythm of the tides, in the warmth of a shared meal, in the familiar melody of a folk song, and in the simple, profound beauty of each passing day. It is a living testament to the idea that in a world that is always moving faster, there is still a place and a deep human need for a life connected to nature, to community, and to the timeless wisdom of the islands.